why we have multi-stage of compression. When gas is compressed, the temperature of the fluid increases, and that can lead to a hazard condition. For instance, for flammable gases, they have an auto-ignition temperature that we want to avoid. Other fluids can start a polymerization or have a temperature of degradation. And when we are talking about compressors with lubricants, the high temperature can lead to the combustion of the lubricant. So based on that, we limit the maximum temperature that a fluid can achieve in a stage of compression. And we do that defining the maximum compression ratio of each stage. On table 6-6 of the Rules of Thumb for Chemical Engineers book, you can find typical maximum single-stage pressure rate of compressors that depends on the kind of compressors that we are talking to. For instance, for reciprocating compressors, if it's lubricated or non-lubricated, usually the maximum single-stage pressure ratio is 3:1. So it means that the pressure that goes in the inlet of the compressor can be multiplied 3 times for the discharge of the compressor. When we talk about screw compressors, oil fluid can be as high as 50:1, and it is possible because the oil will be responsible for removing the heat of compression. In another way, the oil-free can reach from 4:1 to 7:1 pressure ratio. And when we're talking about centrifugal compressors, that is the casing that we are talking to in this video, we can get 1.5:1 to 3:1 single stage pressure ratio. This is typical values, but not necessary is the mandatory values. So what matter most is the temperature that is reached in the equipment. So in practice, the discharge pressure of a compressor is limited to 150 to 160 Celsius degree, and we want to have a safe margin to these values, around 20 to 25 Celsius degree. So basically, most often you will find the discharge of your compressor in the range of 120 to 125 Celsius degree, unless that your fluid cannot reach this temperature. So every time that you start a new project, it's very important that you get the material safety data sheet of your fluid, because there you will have references about the hazards related to your components.